Hello, this is my issue presentation on digital literacies. How can schools and instructional designers ensure learners are prepared for the 21st century? According to Paul Gilster, digital literacy is the ability to understand and use information in multiple formats from a wide range of sources when it is presented via computers. The concept goes beyond simply being able to read. It has always meant the ability to read with meaning and to understand. This is built on the idea of multiple literacies, which are different kinds of literacies needed to access, interpret, criticize, and participate in the emergent new forms of culture and society. These include technological literacy, informational literacy, media literacy, visual literacy, and communication literacy. According to Common Sense Media, teens spend about 9 hours a day online, on average. So the ability to access and understand the information found through the use of technologies is a very important skill within the 21st century. Digital literacies are built into 3 different dimensions. The first dimension of digital literacy is the technical dimension, or the possessing the technical and operational skills to use digital literacy tools for learning and everyday activities. The second dimension of digital literacy is the cognitive dimension. This is the ability to think critically in the search, to evaluate, and to create the cycle of handling different digital information, being able to evaluate and select appropriate software programs to learn with or to do a specific task. The third dimension of digital literacy is the social emotional dimension, which is being able to use the internet responsibly for communicating, socializing, and learning by observing etiquette and to avoid the misinterpretation or misunderstanding. So it's kind of being that digital citizen, knowing how to use the internet responsibly. There's some issues with digital literacy. Many districts indicate that while students have access to technology, teachers aren't integrating these technologies in a way that allows students to create or consume information in critical and creative ways. The second issue surrounding digital literacy is the digital gap, which is where schools don't have as much access to technology. And so the students in these schools are coming out being less digitally literate than their more accessible peers. So can we teach digital natives to be more digitally literate? There's a study done by Wang Ying at the University of South Wales that sought to discover if we could teach digital natives, or those who have lived with the internet their whole life, to be more digitally literate. The study found that unless students were taught explicitly to use certain educational technologies, it's unlikely that they would go out of their way to learn them themselves. The study also found that when students were given the opportunity to use digital tools, they were able to create meaningful products with very few issues. Because the future of instructional design is tied in with educational technologies, the implications of digital literacy and how to teach it need to be understood by all instructional designers. The first implication is that when incorporating educational technologies into an instructional design, designers and instructors must model how to use these technologies in a proficient way. In addition, digital native students are unlikely to use educational technology tools unless it's integrated into the course in a purposeful way. Instructional designers should also be sure to include tasks within their course that allow students to complete the task using a variety of tools. This will increase students' branching thinking skills, so allowing some task flexibility or the ability to complete a task with multiple different ways. Eshet Alakali and Amachi Hamburger found significant differences in the performances of different age groups in regard to digital literacy, with younger participants or high schoolers performing much better than older participants. And this has some implications for the future of digital literacy. As more and more of the population becomes digital natives, the ways in which we teach them to engage with digital literacy tools must become more efficient. We must ensure that there is equal access to these tools to combat that digital divide between rich and poor students. In addition, we must also ensure that students are asked to use their critical thinking skills in solving complex problems through the use of educational technologies, as these are the skills that the 21st century employers are looking for. They're not looking for the ability to, recite facts. They're looking for the ability to solve problems using technology tools. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you have a great day.